my side, just you and I. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. You do things to me that no one else can seem to do. Let's take a drive, baby girl, let's take the scenic route. We lay in the middle of nowhere, look up at the stars. Your head laying right on my shoulder and you hear my heart. We could redline a coupe, push a whip through the hills, cruise to Malibu, say fuck it, just chill. But I need you, kiss me like you miss me, baby. And I know, I love it gets so crazy. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Remember when your pop said I don't like that boy? Then we both say fuck him and we covered your wall in Polaroids with a cliche box cut, hot stuff, high school lovers. Never love another. And it's easy, I love your love, I'm undercovers, no sheets in the summer. It's not fair how you look at me with those eyes. Who cares what the people think, live our lives. When we walk by, they roll their eyes and they get mad, but we'll just smile. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Come, lay by my side, just you and I. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. You do things to me that no one else can seem to do. Let's take a drive, baby girl, let's take the scenic route. We lay in the middle of nowhere, look up at the stars. Your head laying right on my shoulder and you hear my heart. We could redline a coupe, push a whip through the hills, cruise to Malibu, say fuck it, just chill. But I need you, kiss me like you miss me, baby. And I know, I love it gets so crazy. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Remember when your pop said I don't like that boy? Then we both say fuck him and we covered your wall in Polaroids with a cliche boxcut, hot stuff, high school lovers. Never love another. And it's easy, I love your love. I'm undercovers, no sheets in the summer. It's not fair how you look at me with those eyes. Who cares what the people think? Live our lives. When we walk by, they roll their eyes and they get mad, but we'll just smile. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Bitch, 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 bitch. Come, lay by my side, just you and I. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I. I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. You do things to me that no one else can seem to do. Let's take a drive, baby girl. Let's take the scenic route. We lay in the middle of nowhere, look up at the stars. Your head laying right on my shoulder and you hear my heart. We could redline a coupe, push a whip through the hills, cruise to Malibu, say fuck it, just chill. But I need you, kiss me like you miss me, baby. And I know, I love it gets so crazy. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything.
What up, what up? We're back, and we're live, and we're late breaking. Let me see here. Can you hear me? Is everything good? I got the audio rocking and rolling. How y'all feeling today, man? Another day in the universe. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, so we're here. We're going to do this. That's the song. That was the song we were just checking out. That's a dope little record, right? That one's full of a vibe. That one's nothing but a pure vibe. It's a vibration station. Come on, it's a celebration of a vibration station. So we're going to get going. That's a great one, too. That's by a young dude, man. That guy is young. He was like, I think he might have been like 19 or something when we did that song together. He was... I met him in the studios just hanging out. Like, he was just coming through. He was just a regular random client and then turned into a cool little dude and ended up working with him on a couple songs. So, yeah. So, first off, I'm 100 Million. 100 Million did that. You could tell this song, I did this song a couple years ago because it has my old tag in it. 100 Million did that. I was like, no. That's funny as fuck to me. But, yeah, dude. So 100 Million did that. You know, I'm a label owner, record producer, engineer, songwriter. Just, I'm just getting online, getting my stream going. This is very new to me, you guys. This is like the 6th stream I've ever done in my entire life. So I'm just excited to jump in here and to see what's going on, man. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and jump in the record real fast. So let me switch over. One more day, you're gonna have to see my damn OBS flash. It's like flashing you. I'm a flasher right now. Here we go. You guys ready? Oh my god. Oh, I'm flashing you. Okay. All right, let's switch over real quick. Let's pull that guy out of here. Joe, where you at, man? Where'd the chat go? I saw there was a chat, and then now it disappeared. Let me check. See, this is what's messed up with this damn thing. I don't see any chat going on, and I know I just typed something, and I know Joe was in here. Let me see. Let me jump back over here real quick, you guys. So sorry. It's always something every day, huh? So we'll switch over. Give me 1 second. I'm going to figure this out. Actually, you can just hang out with me while I figure it out. Yo! Okay. Chat box. Chatterbox. Let's drop something in here real quick. It just like, seriously, every day I've had one technical issue every single episode. So hopefully, see, I see you right there, but it ain't showing up in the actual stream. Okay, we're good. I'm tripping. I'm a Tripper Jones Jackson sometimes. Okay. So yeah, hope you guys like the beat so far, man. It's a super dope little record. Let me switch over one more time. And sorry about all this annoyance. We won't have to do this a bunch more times, I promise. Okay, cool. We'll go ahead and throw that down there. All right, everything good? Coming through? Let's take a look. So first thing I'd like to do is we'll turn these vocals off. I just bounced the vocals out in another session so we could kind of just turn them on and off. It's hot as Winn-Dixie in here. Probably because I got a long sleeve on. Okay, boom. All right, let's play this beat real quick. Let's run it down real fast, just by itself. And then we'll bust this bitch open and see what's going on. Sangria. Twitch was acting crazy earlier, too. So simple. Let's open it up. Come on, I mean, I'm not going to play you the whole beat again because we're going to start combing through it, but you get the idea, man. Simple Jones Jackson Jr. Senior 3rd Esquire. Come on with it. All right. So I like to jump straight into the drums because that's everybody wants to know about all the time. How you do your drums? What's going on with the drums? I like those drums. I'm like, all right, man, that's how we do them drums. So keep in mind, I did this record probably, over 2 years ago. So the reason why I chose this record to break down for you guys today is because I was actually talking about networking yesterday in yesterday's video. And I was talking about networking across, and it was a good example of this was an artist. He wasn't a big artist. He wasn't all over the place. He was just literally coming into the studio all the time doing his music, and I really liked him. I was like, man, this kid's cool, man. Like, so I invited him to my personal studio. This was at my other studio. And then we just did a few records, and they came out pretty good. He's super young, you know what I mean? So you can hear that he's really young in these records. But personally, I always really love these records, and there's something about this particular artist that I always heard. And he has something special about him. He's got probably a long way to grow still because he's so young. But, man, this kid is a songwriter. He's a musician. He's all kinds of stuff. So it's just a really blessing to work with him at such a young age because I'm sure as he grows up, he's just going to fucking blossom, man, and keep going and keep changing his sound and doing all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and check out these drums real quick. But that's just a good example of just reach out and grab the people right across from you. It's not always about trying to grab the biggest Beyonce. Come here, I got a song for you. No, maybe there's a Beyonce in your neighborhood that you need to cut a record with to get Beyonce's attention. You know what I mean? So just keep it moving and never feel like you shouldn't be networking across. That's the main point of why we're looking at this particular song today, other than I think it's a fucking dope-ass beat and I like what he did on it. But, you know, it's just, that's the point, is it's not always about the biggest artist that's going to get you there. You'll get those big placements, I promise you guys. But a lot of the times it's just about reaching right out across from you. Who's right next to you? Who's really dope? Do some work with them, because as the time passes, that will become a body of work for you. And you'll have a collection of 9, 10, 20, 50, 60, 70, 100, 200 songs out there. You know what I mean? And that will build up, and then that will get you into your whatever you're trying to do. You know, if you're making music for artists, because that's what we're doing here. We're making music for artists. So I'm not going to blab right off the bat. I'm going to do some blabbing. Actually, you know what? 1 second. Before we really break this record all the way open, there's something important I need to point out. 1 second. Oh, hang on. I see what's going on. We got a new buddy here with us today. We got a co-host. He doesn't talk much, but he's cool as fuck. I'm going to introduce him real quick. The original Chris Kringle, the regular, fucking nice and frosty, the two-eyed, no mouth, motherfucking bright and shiny. This is him right here in full flex. This is my guy. This is our co-host. This is Mr. Tree. How you doing, Mr. Tree? If you're expecting him to answer, you're fucking crazy. It's a Christmas tree that I set up. He doesn't talk. He has googly eyes. So I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. But whatever. This is my guy. He's gonna be rocking with us. Let's get a cheers to Mr. Tree before we open these drums up. Cheers, Mr. Tree. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, loving it. Okay. Come on, 1, 2, 3, Evergreen Terrace. Come on. All right. I'm just fucking around. All right, let me switch back. Sorry. Boom. All right. So let's check it. All right, enough of Mr. Tree. Get the fuck out of here, Tree. You're distracting. You're stealing the show. Fucking Tree. No, it's fucking bullshit. I told you to just sit there and be quiet. You're not supposed to talk to anybody. You're distracting me. I'm trying to fucking break these drums open, and I got you over here talking about fucking Christmas and shit. We got a long ways to go, my friend. Come on. Shit. All right, sorry about that, you guys. My bad. So what's the first thing that's going on in these drums? Let's play it from the top and run it down from the top. Sorry. Absurd. So rude of him. Come on with it. That little guitar rhythm's pulling the whole song together in the intro, so you don't need to add a lot of stuff. This record is so simple, you guys. I think that's been the main theme of every song that we've broken down so far, is how simple it is. It's actually simplicity that creates space for the artist to be able to hear themselves do a song on. And that's probably the first thing that appeals to an artist when they're looking to get a record for their album or their single or whatever. So while you're making music, make sure that everything is spacious, man. Spacious. Hit that space note, man. This is just a nice little Airy Jones right here. Let me see if it even got froze. Never even got froze. This is what it is, man. These guys make sounds so good nowadays out of packs and samples, and you could pull from so many places, man, that most of the time the sonics of these sounds are going to be really good. So if it fits, it fits. You don't got to go recreate it and do all this extra processing to try to think that you did something just to make the song acceptable, because that's a big thing that people get stuck in their minds, is they think they have to do all these extra things to create an emotion out of a sound, or, oh no, I'm hearing the sound. Well, you may be just hearing that one sound by itself. You're not listening to how it actually fit in the song. So maybe you didn't need to do anything to it. You just needed to turn it down or pitch it up or down in key with the actual record. So keep that in mind. Nice. Just a little airy white noise, little splasher doodles. Come on. Now let's see what's going on. This song has a little bit different type of arrangement too. This goes straight to the hook, which in modern music, it's probably not the most common thing. It happens sometimes, but it just kind of worked for this record. So the arrangement, all that stuff, all that shit is so important to keep in mind, because it's going to change every time. Don't think when you're making beats, you guys, this is something that I see a lot of guys do, and nothing knocking them at all, but I just want you guys to be a little more creative. it's every record isn't an 8 and an 8 and an 8 and then a 4 pre and then boom back. Like, you guys got to really listen to what that song's trying to tell you, because you should be hearing a song inside of your head before the beat's done. You know what I mean? Before you even have that relationship with the artist, or before you start pitching that beat or sending it out, you should fully understand that, you know, that there's something in this that is appealing to me, so it might be appealing to somebody else. But if you fill the whole record up, you know what I mean, there's going to be no space for that artist to really hear anything. So it could be the best beat in the world, dopest sonics ever, but you just took up the space, you know? Now, what do we got? Let's break this little guy open. Where's this little hat? Ah, look at this net. That's like a little ride. That's literally a ride. It has a little detuned phaser going on it, and it's just EQ'd. Look at the bottom. It's being taken out because we talk about the vocals. Where the vocals live. The vocals live predominantly, depending on it's a male, female, whatever, but they're going to be around like 8, 900, all the way up to 3, 5. That's where the predominancy of those vocals are going to be understood when the sonics hit your ears. So keep that in mind, to always, in your sounds, in a lot of your drums, you're going to want to leave some stuff, you know what I mean? But in your top end of your drums, your hi-hats, sometimes your crashes, your washy stuff, make sure that you're making room for that sibilance. You want those sibilants to really be coming through in the vocals. You know, you don't want it to be harsh. A lot of times, sometimes the mix will come off harsh because you'll have all these high top frequencies in the record, and then it will be mixed with the vocal sibilants, and then you'll be trying to get it out of there, and you'll be fighting, you know what I mean, for space. So if you're producing with a song in mind from the jump, you won't get into those same kind of battles, you know what I mean, especially if you're mixing the song, or you're the one who's going to be recording it and doing that also on your own production. So just keep that in mind too, is always make sure that you're checking those sounds, you know. And what's this? Panned hard to the left. Oh, let me let somebody in the gate real quick. Come on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Perfect. Yeah, dude, but it's about that room, even if in the top end, even in the drum, sometimes with those splashy sounds, you're going to have opportunities to create room for those vocals to live, and that's really important. All right. What's going on? Okay, so let's listen to the contrast of these two together real fast. So this is panned hard off to the left. Look at that, 19. It's cut down, so it's a little bit more in the background. We got another thing that's a little more audible. Another hat. And you'll see that it's been bounced and it's been panned off to the left again. So it's, and what are we doing? We're probably doing something very similar. We're gating it. Let's ungate it real quick. That's another way to create space, you guys. You're not always going to have to go in and crazy and EQ everything. Sometimes if you have a tail of a sound and you like the sonics of it, you don't want to go EQ it, and you're not trying to fuck with the frequencies of it at all. You can just gate space into things sometimes too. And the reason why I got away with gating this particular hat, this red channel, so hard is because this blue channel is so splashy and it has a tail. So the stuff that I'm actually taking out in this channel is excess that I'm making room for in these little splashy rides above the hi-hats. You know what I'm saying? So when you break it down and you look at the record, those are the hats for the song too, you guys. So it's not 10 channels going on, and you'll see in the hook it breaks down to these sections, and then when it goes to the verse, it only has these one hats too. So there's literally 2 channels of high frequency when it comes to the drums and the hi-hats and the rides, and this whole record, that's it. So if you're adding 9, 10, 13, 14 channels of hi-hats and stuff in your music, you're probably taking up a lot of that area where an artist can go, you know what I mean? Like, trim it way back, you guys. Keep that shit as simple as you can. Yeah, come on. This record is so simple. I made it like 2 years ago too. It's funny. It's actually the first time I've been in this record since I made it and recorded it and we put it out. So it's like, oh, this is interesting to see what I was doing. I was keeping it simple back then. You'll refine your simplicity more and more and more as time goes on, you know. Kick. Oh, this is something that I used to do a lot too. Let me let this dude in the gate. guys. Want to say hi to, this is Les. We'll say hi to Les real quick. Got the homie drop by real fast. Let me switch over so we can see it on camera.
Where's your camera? Right there?
Yep. Yo, yo.
What's up, yo?
Full
Hello,
COVID, got the mask.
everyone.
You look like a straight ninja right now. He had
Straight
all
ninja.
black on. Look, so now we have, we didn't realize, do you have any questions for our, watch our co-host right here.
Oh, okay, what's up, bro?
That's Tree. That's Tree Montgomery.
Tree Montgomery.
That's Tree Montgomery. That's sweet Tree Montgomery.
I was just checking you out, man.
It's coming along good, man.
Yeah,
We've been
looks
breaking down a
good.
lot of different records. We're doing a record I did probably like 2 years ago for a really young artist, but the beat is so crazy and the record always had such a vibe. I was talking about something yesterday that actually reminded me of this song.
Okay.
So I thought this song would actually be perfect for today. So let
I
me
like
play
that.
it for Les real fast too. And then we'll jump back into the rest of the drums and go to the
Nice.
sounds and the bass. But here it is. Let's play it for him real quick because I don't think he's ever heard this song. And then we'll give you guys a chance to check it out too. Yeah, YourXLover is the name of the guy. Yes, sir.
Come, lay by my
Get your
side.
little drink, get your little sipperoni.
Just you and I. Say come, lay by my side. Just you and I. Just you and I. I say come, lay by my side. Just you and I. Till the day we die. You do things to me that no one else can seem to do. Let's take a drive, baby girl. Let's take the scenic route. We lay in the middle of nowhere, look up at the stars. Your head laying right on my shoulder and you hear my heart. We could redline a coupe, push a whip through the hills. Cruise to Malibu, say fuck it, just chill. But I need you, kiss me like you miss me, baby. And I know, I love it gets so crazy. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need.
Man, hopefully
So
we'll be
fun.
able to go check out Les's studio sometime too
Yeah,
and do some
I
stuff
would
from
love
over
it,
there,
man.
bro. I'm
Come
excited
by
to see it.
Soundmine. My bro, this is my
Yes.
bro right here, 100 million.
Come on.
Listen to what this guy says. He knows what he's talking about. I've been in the game for dang near 40, 50 years now. And I'm
No
50.
bullshit. Les
I'm
has
50,
Les
so
has
I
been
just aged
around.
myself. But homie, I listen to whatever he does and whatever he talks about because it's no joke. It's simple is better. And whatever mix tips he's giving you, take it to heart. You could apply it to everything in life, actually.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
bro.
my brother.
Come on, I
Yeah,
always
come
appreciate
by.
that.
You guys come by next week.
Les
Let's
is
do
like
it.
real family. That's why I do a little face bump. But that was a little love. That was a little kitty cat man do right there. That's the. Let me walk him out to the gate real quick, you guys, and I'll be right back.
Have fun, you guys.
Yes, sir. Let's switch over for you real quick. I'm gonna play this so you're not just sitting waiting.
To think, I'll take care of everything. So come, lay by my side. Just you and I. Just you and I. I say come, lay by my side. Just you and I. Till the day we die. Remember when your pop said I don't like that boy? Then we both said fuck him and we covered your wall in Polaroids with a cliche box cut, hot stuff, high school lovers. Never love another. And it's easy, I love your love. I'm undercovers, no sheets in the summer. It's not fair how you look at me with those eyes. Who cares what the people think? Live our lives. When we walk by, they roll their eyes and they get mad, but we'll just smile. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl,
We're back.
you don't need to think.
We're back.
I'll take care of
Shut up, Tree.
everything.
Dude, was Tree talking shit while I was gone, dude? I've been fucking telling Tree, man, I'm about to fucking burn this mother down, Tree. I need you to sit there with your motherfucking googly eyes and mind your business. Little evergreen, smart ass, sweet Tree Montgomery. I've had enough. All right, I'm just fucking with you. This has turned into a different kind of episode today. I don't know what this is. This is a whole nother, it's off the rails. Hold on. I need to talk to you guys. We need to calm it down, all right? I'm not fucking with you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
No, my God. We got sound effects finally.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
That, you know what? That's Tree's sound effect. When I come back in the room and I feel like this motherfucker did something, don't be touching my spaghetti, bro.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
All right, cool. Let's get back to work, man. This has gone off the rails. Off the rails big time, no doubt. Are you still with us, Joe? Did we run you out of here? What's going on? What kind of madness as this became? All right, cool. So where were we at? We were talking about the hi-hats. We were breaking it down. Yeah, we're still in here. We're still rocking. We're still rocking. This has been Tree's episode. I have a feeling this motherfucker is going to keep talking shit, too, and I'm going to have to fucking tear him down, bro. I'm not fucking playing. I'm about to do a jump over the fence tackle, take you the fuck out of here, googly-eyed bitch. All right. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. So the next two channels of hi-hats, bro. One's more washy, one's a little more transient, kind of stabby, staccato. And listen to that. You know how we talked about how to make a simple hi-hat very interesting is the velocity. You can probably already see. I'll just kind of kick it up so you can see the velocities. You see how they're not the same. None of those hats are the same. So since this record is so simple, one of the keys to giving it that thing that makes it interesting for the listener is velocity in making sure that everything's not hitting exactly the same. Tat, 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 tat would get really old if there was nothing to accompany it. You know what I mean? So it's important that you're making sure that you're kind of controlling those velocities so they keep the listener interested and engaged as the record moves forward for sure. For sure, for sure. So let's see what's going on in this next guy right here. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. I'm telling you, Tree. Telling you, Tree. You, shut the fuck up, Tree. All right. So that's a dope-ass snare, right? Love that shit. That's pretty much standard industry fucking snare there with minus some other stuff that goes on at the end of it. But this is something that I used to do. I'm going to show you guys right now. Let's take it all off first. Clank. Let me turn the AC on too. Holy shit. What the fuck? Could you guys believe that I was fucking around earlier and I set the thing on 79 this morning and I forgot to do it? No wonder why it's been so toast Montgomery in here, dude. Holy crap. It is hot. I feel like a melted popsicle. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so what I used to do to snares and kicks and all that stuff is I used to use this plugin a lot, dude. And it's not like the most holy grail of plugins, you know what I mean? But it's a great plugin. The Tony Maserati drum bus. And then you just kind of go ahead and flip these around till you find something you like. You know what I mean? As you can see, it's not going to be like you put the snare setting on the snare and that's, yeah, walk away. You know what I mean? This is actually on a bass drum setting and it's fucking just kind of kicking some snap, kicking some treble in there and then controlling the thump a little bit of that snare. And then I really liked how that sounded back then, so I was letting it go. And as you can see, remember I told you I did this record a couple years ago, 2 years ago. I was probably doing extra movements I didn't really need to do fully. I probably didn't need to do all this EQ, but it sounded okay, so I kept it on there. So we're not going to fuck with it. That's just how that, it's so simple. There's that one dry, and then there's probably one wet.
just you and I said, come lay by my side. Just you and I, till the day we die. Said, come lay by my side. Just you and I, just you and I said, come lay by my side. Just you and I, till the day we die.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Mic dropped out, so we almost made it through this episode with no technical difficulties. 1 second, you guys.
Just you and I, just you and I said, come lay by my side. Just you and I, till the day we die.
So sorry about these technical difficulties.
You do things to me that no one else can seem to do. Let's take a drive, baby girl. Let's take the scenic route. We lay in the middle of nowhere, look up at the stars.
Are we here? Are we here? Are we here? We're back. We're back. You can hear me, right?
We could redline a coupe, push a whip through the hills.
Come on, everybody.
Say fuck it, just chill. But I need you. Kiss me like you miss me, baby.
All right. Sorry about that. You know, the OBS glitched on me the other day, and it did the same thing. My input just stopped working on OBS. The mic's fine, everything, you know. So this is the second time that's happened, but hopefully we're good. Not second time it's happened this episode, but second time it's happened overall since I've been trying to do this series. But come on, man, we're rocking with it. Every episode we're figuring out a little more. Shut the fuck up, Tree. I told you. With your fucking googly eyes, I think it's your fault. This is the first time since we got our shit right that shit's fucked up, and I think it's Tree's fault. All right. I'm out of here. All right, let's get out of here. All right, so next thing we're going to do is Amy, what up? Come on, man. It's good to see you in here. I just saw Les. Les just came by, too. I just saw him in Human Bean Land like 2 seconds ago. Come on, good to have you in here, dude. This is what I'm talking about. You watched yesterday's episode, too. It's like shit's getting better and better each episode. We're really actually, like, laying down some educational shit in here, too. We're not just fucking around, you know what I mean? So here we go. We're going to switch over. You're going to see my OBS for 2 seconds. We already talked about. Oh, shit. You're going to lose the mic, and then you're going to hear me one quick because I got to reset it up for each channel. But here we go. Bam. Okay. This sucks. You're going to see my OBS. There we go. We're back. We're back on this channel. All right, cool. Now I can kick this down. So let's get back to work. Let's see where we were. Joe, where the fuck were we, bro? We looked at the hi-hats. We had a little argument. We had an emotional outburst with Tree a couple times. We had a special guest visitor. We've listened to the song. Now we're back. We're fucking here. Let's take a look at this record, man. We're going through the drums right now. So a lot of chaos has happened, but we ain't moved too far yet. So here we go. All right. So now we're down. We talked about the snares. We were on the atmospheric part of the snare. So the first snare, this is something I did. Keep in mind, I did this record 2 years ago, you guys. So there's some stuff in here I was doing that I'm not doing anymore. There's some stuff that I should still do. But everything that I'm doing, you're going to find this super simple. And you can apply this to all your music, you know. And the main thing of this whole channel is it's a niche. We're not just going to cook up. We're not just going to do song breakdowns. We're going to talk about why artists choose beats, man. Because that's a big thing. You could be a great producer. I'm not the biggest producer in the world by any means, but I have a good amount of records on artists because I know how to produce a record with a song in mind, and I'm not just throwing beats together with all kinds of sounds, you know what I mean? And regardless if they're dope or not, they need to appeal for a song. So that's what we're talking about is space. This motherfucking channel should be called Space Jones because that's all we talk about is making space. So here we go. Airy. This one's just nice and airy and washy because this one's already doing its job. If you guys come from dance music or other types of music, you probably were going to stack your drums like crazy. But if you look in this song, how many elements of drums are in this fucking record playing at one time ever at once? What's this guy? Oh, we're going to look at that as we get over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements of drums in this whole record. That's what's in the hook. When you hear the hook of this record, that's all you're hearing is 5 drum sounds. Boom, doing their job. Because they're marrying with the guitar, they're touching the low end, they're only doing 50% of the song's job because the other 50% is for the fucking artist to do their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the main point. 1 kick drum, 2 snares, 2 hi-hats, 1 hi-hat, 1 ride. Like, that's all you really need. If you're finding yourself adding so many layers in a record, then you might need to dial it back just a little bit and ask yourself why or what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at this kick. Nice sounding kick, dude. That motherfucker. Let's turn this up. That's a thud muffin. If I've ever heard one, that's a nice little thud muffin. All right, let's take a look what we're doing. Some of you guys probably want to see. So, this is what I'm telling you. A couple years ago, I was big on this Maserati plugin. I was using it all the time. And if you look, like I said, it's on this snare too. But look, it's not set to snare drum on the snare. It's just wherever you'll find that sounds right. So experiment a little bit and you'll find it. That's a really useful plugin. But you're going to want to use the drum bus version of it. You know what I mean? Like, or the group plugin that he makes used to be pretty cool. But it does introduce some noise. But honestly, no one gives a shit. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Nice little on the bass drum setting. It's creating some snap in that kick so it can be heard. Why am I creating snap on the kick? You know what I mean? Why not just thud? Well, because nowadays a lot of people listen to music on their phone. They listen to it on their fucking laptop. They listen to it on smaller devices in their car. You want them to still be able to feel that kick. You know what I mean? You want them to understand that what its intention is too. So to add a little smack on your kick is never a bad idea for sure. And it's probably being EQ'd out. Yep. So add some smack, pull it out. Make that shit right. Create the frequencies. I don't need all these extra frequencies in this kick. So if I were to leave it in there, it sounds cool, but it's overweighted and it's like not balanced right. This is 1, 2, 3 moves on an EQ. Well, 4, 5. But these 2 don't count because they're passes. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give me a break. Shut the fuck up, tree. All right. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3. That's all you're doing. 3 little ducks. Where are these frequencies? Where the vocals live. And you already created some smack. 200. 200 is right where the smack's going to live a lot. You know what I mean? Anything 120 and below, that's starting to get the body, the weight, the rumble, the sub of the kick. You know, this record has a bass in it too. So I didn't need to have a huge bottom end in the kick, but I wanted that kick to do its job and smack a roni. You know what I mean? And why does it hit so hard? Why do the drums feel so good when there's so few of them? Because there's so much space for those drums to do their jobs and those transients to really like be effective. So let's jump over to the drum bus real fast because we're moving. We're trying to make up for a little bit of time. Take your time. All right. I used to do a little, now I'm doing a little more on the drum bus, but you'll see even a couple years ago, I was doing this on my drum buses. Look at that. That's the same shit that we've done. I think this has been on every record that we showed you on my drum buses. The very first thing is we're going to saturate those little puppies. How? With the Neve saturator. This is an NLS bus. What this bus does, shit. This thing just emulates the circuitry of consoles. This Nevo is actually, these are engineers. These aren't like the boards, but this is the actual emulation of this particular engineer's actual Neve inside of his studio, how he likes it to sound. So some of these are customized to that actual engineer. Like Spike, major big fucking pop R&B hip hop engineer. You know what I mean? Yo, Nevo, these are real people. I'm not going to get into it, but just do your research on these plugins and you'll find that these are guys and why these plugins are going to do what they're going to do. I love how a drum bus sounds ran through a Neve console in real life. So I go get the emulation and I throw it on the drum bus just to give it a little saturation. And you'll notice that this is under 3 too. I'm not going crazy with the drive knobs. Why? Because as this record moves forward and gets bounced out, put into Pro Tools, all this other stuff, and listen to the type of song it is. It doesn't need crazy overdrive. It's a vibe, dude. This particular record is a vibe. Every song we've broke down so far on these little breakdowns have been completely different, but they're all so common is that it's about space, man. And even a record that's not a vibe record, like fucking Certain Flavors, we did that yesterday. it's not a vibe record. That's a turn up record. That shit's hard as fuck. That shit's about feeling good, but it's still like the same techniques apply to different genres of music. You know what I mean? It's always going to apply. And then I always do this. I was being a little timid for years, you guys. I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, am I gonna push my drums too hard? What the fuck did you say? Push your drums too hard? There's no such thing. If they sound good, you're allowed to push them harder. If they sound bad, pull them back. That's the fucking rule of thumb. It's common sense, y'all. What's up? Who do we got here? What do we got? Yeah, you know, yo. Come on, bro. Les, you know exactly who I'm talking about, bro. Incredible engineer, dude. Incredible mix engineer, dude. I love that guy. Oh, yeah. This one went crazy. The shorter, this one went crazy. Of the streams, yeah. We're going to edit them down for sure, some of them. This is our first week where we're kind of filling it all out and getting dialed in, and everything's kind of getting... We started in the B room. Now we're in the main studio. We're doing some shit, you know what I mean? We're getting it. Joe, matter of fact, everybody in the chat right now, I want to tell you guys something about this guy, Joe, right here in the blue. Joe is my G, man. I've known Joe for probably 12 years. I've known Joe since a long time ago, man, and I've never... Dude, this guy, we've never met in person, but he's been a rider, dude. We've supported each other for so long, dude. I love Joe, man. He's a big part in helping this whole stream get better and better each episode. So make sure that you guys link with him. Joe is incredible. He's in the Discord too. So you guys are both super tech dudes. You guys both are very, very, very intelligent. So make sure you guys get linked up and share your music and just kind of start the community. That's what this thing's about, is helping people understand. The niche of this channel is why artists choose certain beats and why they don't choose other beats. It's about creating space and giving you a look at the experience of like, yo, you could be the dopest producer in the world, but if you've never been around artists in your career, you may not know why. You may hit the mark 10 minutes into making a record and keep going and going and going and miss that mark. You know what I mean? Like, so the niche of this channel is about building a community around educating people on how to fully get a better understanding of why an artist chooses certain beats and why they pass on others. Because it's not always about that's a good beat, that's a bad beat. That has nothing to do with it. It's about making a song. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to blab and blab and blab, but we're going to keep it moving. But we're building a community around people who just want to keep helping each other, man. And I've known Joe for years, man. So it's really good to see him support and be around and just help do just anything. It's just really cool to know somebody for that fucking long in my life. It's crazy. Like, holy shit. Man, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, Joe. So yeah, I used to be scared as fuck about going crazy on the drum bus. Now, this is timid. I did this 2 years ago. This is my settings nowadays. I'm not even kidding. It seems like nothing changed, but everything changed. Everything changed.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's just 2 dB. Everything didn't change. But it just brought it up. It hit him. It smacks. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So many different types of ways to use a limiter, you guys. Like I keep saying, when we get into the Pro Tools mix stuff, we're going to talk about all the different techniques about a limiter. But what this limiter is doing is literally just adding gain. That's all it's doing. So don't freak out. You know, you can't limit and you'll limit. Dude, you got to understand that a lot of the stuff that a lot of people have learned and understood in audio colleges and all that shit is absolute fucking bullshit and is not going to really help you win in a modern day setting in a studio with real recording artists who are in there every day working. They're going to have requests and tasks and to be trying to push you and do things that you never knew you were allowed to do, you know? Like some background on me is I never went to school. I never had that luxury or having those opportunities. I just learned in the industry, which ended up being a lot better in the long run for me because I would be with hundreds of artists over years, and each artist has a different taste and they have a different personality and they want this and that. So everybody like has to understand that if you learn from a book on how to do something that is completely rewritten every day, then you're going to be reading pages of history that are no longer moving the industry forward whatsoever. So don't worry about the rules as much as you're worrying about the emotions and the feelings of the stuff that you do inside of the techniques. One of the biggest things I suggest younger engineers, producers, to do is learn all the rules for sure, but then learn them and find where you can break them and start breaking every one possible until you have your own set of rules, man, because then you're going to really be more interesting sonically to the whole market. You know what I mean? So slam those drums. Boom. Perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? shit on my shit. Nowadays, my drum bus is slapping up here. So this is even cool. This is more conservative. I dare even use that fucking word today. Oh, my God. Sheesh. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. All right. That's those drums. Oh, we forgot one thing of drums. This is what happens. Okay, look. So if you guys notice, in the verses, in the beginning of the verses, the whole record breaks down, right? And there's just literally one filtered drum loop. And then some motherfucking claps that automate. Some rims that automate. So why break the record down on each verse? Why not just let it run? Because it's the type of record where it needs that space for a second. You didn't even take them out of the same world. You just walked into the next room. You know what I mean? Make sure in your transitions you're not going so crazy that you're completely taking the artist out of the world that you place them in. You as a producer, it's your job to put them inside of a world. Now, what they do inside of that world, whether you're involved in the songwriting or anything, that's a whole nother type of thing. On this end of the actual creative work, you should be thinking about that way ahead. You know what I mean? You should be making sure that you're not overstepping the artist. You're not fucking making shit crazy. You're not doing all these transitions and all this shit to where there's no cohesive flow in the record, but you also want to make sure it's interesting enough to do after the arrangement where you're taking them to the different chambers of that same world. You know what I mean? And then sometimes you could swing them all the way back and you end up at the front door again and it's like a whole new, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's more song arrangement. So we're going to get into all that stuff too, but this is just, all those things matter when you're talking about why an artist chooses a beat, though. You know what I mean? If it's just a beat that's a dope loop and it runs, it doesn't matter if it's the dopest motherfucking 4 bars, 8 bars in the world. They're going to skip over that shit because it has no arrangement. It's not talking to them. It's not letting them tell their story. You know what I mean? So make sure that you're creating chambers inside of your world, you know? This breaks down. So simple, you know what I mean? 1, 2 elements in drums playing. Cool. So that pretty much does it for the fucking drums, you guys. I could sit here and we could go drumming forever, but let's move on to the sounds now, because you're going to find out this record is so simple that it's going to disgust you. If you're a producer and you've been out there and you're a younger guy and your goal is to make music for artists. You're not just wanting to be a trap producer, right? You're not just wanting to be an R&B producer. You don't just want to make pop. You want to be a musical conduit for artists to tell their story. So you're going to need to be able to adapt and do all these different things, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to really, truly need to find out how to blend inside of different worlds, but keep it simple because you're making music for artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the main goal, you guys. So it doesn't matter what genre it is. If you want to be in the industry and have a successful run of records and do all that kind of stuff and all the stuff you see and it sounds fun and all that, you need to learn the basics on why these artists respond to certain beats first. It's not just, I promise, it's not random. You know what I mean? It's not just, I mean, it's always going to be, there's no guarantee, but like these type of techniques are going to help you so much have a better understanding and opportunity to land records and have a better understanding on how to work with that particular artist. You know what I mean? So, and this is something you can apply to all artists too. Every artist is going to love to hear themselves more. So, you know what I mean? The more space you give them, the happier they're going to be. Straight up. So fucking simple. Here's the sounds. Y'all, dude, who wants to come over to the studio right now and beat me up because this record is so simple and so dope at the same time? I know they're out there. I see guys adding so much shit. Chord down, bow, bow. Like, you know what I mean? You guys really got to understand that it's about creating an emotional palette for the artist to write a song, and it's not about how dope your fucking beat is. You know what I mean? That's always what we're going to talk about. Yo, we sounding good still? Everything coming through? I zone out sometimes, so I'm sorry. So I got to like check in with the chat every once in a while and make sure everything's good. Golden, thanks, Les. Dude, Les is an incredible mix engineer and producer and engineer too. So it's really amazing to see the peers get on here and you can share and we can just go back and forth and bounce ideas. So I'm really blessed you guys are on here today checking this out. Have a little sip of my apple juice. Shut the fuck up, Tree. This guy, he's not going to be here on tomorrow's episode. I'm going to take him out in the backyard and I'm going to plant this motherfucker. Straight up. Googly-eyed bastard. Dude, I'm not even a hostile person. This dude's just like, I'm trying to talk to you guys, and this motherfucker's in my ear the whole time talking shit. I know you guys don't speak tree, so you don't know what he's saying. But, dude, I'm telling you, he's pushing the line, dude. He looks really jolly, don't he? Don't let that deceive you. This motherfucker is not jolly. Son of a bitch. I know, bro. Let me do my thing, bro. For real. One more little emotional outburst from you, and you're out of here. All right, I'm back. Sorry. All right, sorry, I'm losing my mind. Losing my fucking mind. Tree's out of here. He's not coming back next episode. All right. What's going on? Dude, get guitar loop. Get guitar loop. You guys see that there's variations and stuff in the loop. We're going to talk about that as we move forward through it, but let's go ahead and just kind of listen to it real quick. Matter of fact, give me 2 seconds. Just kind of go ahead and have a little listen. You already know what time it is when you see this guy. Yo, Chris P, bro. Chris P in the house. My G, let me stop this and talk to you for a second. Yo, bro. So I'm doing these beat breakdowns, dude. Going through all the records I've done for different types of artists over the years and kind of just breaking them down and showing producers why artists choose beats. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always about the best beat and the best producer. It's just like checking it out, dude. I'm so grateful that you're here, bro. My G. So probably not next week, but the next week after that, I'm gonna start doing all the live cook-ups, and I'm gonna cook. The first cook-up I'm gonna do is the new bits that you send. So I'm gonna go ahead and show them the Chris P sauce. We're gonna do some collabs on the live, bro. I'll get you in here. Make sure you get in the Discord. And anybody who's coming in for the first time today, please go ahead and join the Discord, bro, because that's where you're gonna be able to keep up and dial in, and we'll share our stems and all that shit. You can send beats for the label. You can do all kinds of stuff, bro. I'm going to keep moving it. Chris, yesterday was like the best tutorial ever, too. So if you want to go back and watch yesterday's after this video, that shit has some gold in it. We've covered some crazy shit. We've had a crazy episode today, but we're keeping it moving, bro. Fucking love that dude, bro. That's my homie, Chris P right there, dude. We got some beats on Beckham, bro. Them bitches going to come out soon, too, bro. Them bitches about to drop. All right, I'm going to switch over. We're going to keep it moving. All right. Sorry you guys had to see my OBS today. I'm sorry about that. So, dude, sample loop, so simple. You see how simple this record is? There's not a lot going on. Let's take a look. This was obviously bounced the fuck down. Yeah, so cool. So this has been treated and bounced down, and then these channels are probably treated separately, but very similar, and then consolidated on the one channel to make it motherfucking easy, cohesive, simple. When you look for something, or you play something, or you find a loop, whatever, listen, it don't need to be crazy. There's a whole song to that. If it moves you, then that's it. Don't go extra. You know what I mean? You already got the song. Just lay that shit out. We already broke down the drums, how simple they were because of this type of sound, this type of guitar. It needed some simple drums to go with it because it creates a whole record. When you hear the actual fucking song, it isn't about how incredible the beat is.
I know, I love it gets so crazy. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. So come, lay by my side. Just you and I.
So you can really hear what we're talking about. When you put that all together, that shit becomes a full song. It's like, it's not even funny how simple it is. You know what I mean? The beat is so chill. And then what happens? Started off with the hook. Why not? I'm talking about the intro. The hook guitar, the hook loop is the same as the intro. Well, why? Because it's the most interesting fucking part in the song. People move shit through so fast. If I started with like a slow fade or something, they might skip over the song and I have an opportunity to understand it. You know what I mean? So, boom, just keep them, grab them from the boo-boo, right from the go. And what's going to the verse? Why is that happening? Well, shit. I'm introducing all these new textures. These aren't really musical fucking sounds. This is a sweep. Why? Oh my God, rewind 5 minutes. We're talking about creating chambers and how to tie those chambers together inside of a production so it's not just an abrupt change. So these little sweeps and these little vocal dabs and things like that, tiny little things. There's fucking 3 elements of music in this song. You know what I mean? Like, give me a fucking break, you guys. It doesn't need to be so complicated. If you want to make beats and do dance music, do all that shit, experiment, do whatever you want. There's no right or wrong rules. But if you want to make music for modern day recording artists who are in the studio on a regular basis, you want to be on the radio, we want to make records that resonate with people that are Grammy nominated, that win us Grammys, that change our lives. So you have to understand that these artists need room to tell their story. You know what I mean? Like, some of the simplest beats are the biggest beats over the past few years, and you guys got to really cut it back and realize, like, man, that's the secret sauce, not what plug-in and this and all that. It's about how you put it together from the jump. If you're producing from the jump and maybe you don't know fucking all kinds of artists and you don't have that access, but if you paint that world in your head and you start living in that world in your head where you're like making these records with artists in mind and you're building a catalog of that, you're going to find yourself at the right place at the right time with the right music to play for the right fucking people, and then boom, it's over for you. You're going to start, oh shit, now I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I undervalue my experience so much. I've been with hundreds. I'm not exaggerating, no cap. I have been with hundreds of different recording artists, from the biggest artists in the world to just people who are just starting out. So I'm telling you guys, man, this is real shit. This is real stuff that I'm talking about. This isn't coming from my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I had the opportunity to sit with literally the biggest of the biggest producers and writers and engineers and artists in this world. And this is the main thing that they all share in common, is the simplicity in how they approach their work, how they do their work, and why they do it that way. It's like, I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell everybody this shit, but I'm fucking on here talking about it. Everybody, sometimes when you watch a cook-up session, it's even doing too much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. We could all make beats. We can make 10 beats on here a day, but I want to explain why things are what they are instead of just run and make beats the whole time. So hopefully there's bits of information inside of this other than just cooking up a beat in front of you that can help you in your own workflow. Because we're gonna cook up for sure, and we're not gonna be talking as much when we do cook-ups, but we're talking a lot for this for a reason, because this is a piece of information that I know for a fact the general public does not have access to as much. I don't know. Like, I've been blessed to be in the studio in Los Angeles with endless different types of creatives. So I was smart enough to absorb things and not just be like, well, I do it like this and me, and it's my thing, and I only want to do it like that. That's the dead end road. You know what I mean? Like, learn from everybody. If you work with 5 different artists, figure out what's the one thing those 5 artists have in common and why they do it. And you could apply that to the next 50 artists. You know what I'm saying? And then once you break that down, what are those artists at? You can apply that to the next 500 artists in your life. Like, this is not a joke. This is not a game. We live in a day and age where you can cover a lot of ground if you're playing your cards right in your music. So I just hope anything in these videos can help these producers really understand that it's about simplicity and it's about connecting to the song. Even before the song is written, create a magical fucking song in your head. Cool. There you go. It doesn't have to be that song for the artist, but make sure there's space for you to imagine. Go to Imagination Land and play in there while you're producing, so you know that that artist has Imagination Land to go to. If you create it in the song, it's there. It doesn't have to physically, mentally, sonically be there. You put it there, like, with your imagination. It's there. This is music. People feel that shit. I promise, dude. Do it. All right, let's keep it moving. So yeah, what's going on right here? Transitions, chambers, moving through a record to create the same experience, a different experience in the same world. That's the key. You know what I mean? A lot of this might sound like I'm rambling because I'm talking fast, but I know what the fuck I'm saying, and these points are all connected. I promise you guys. So if I'm going off topic or I'm going crazy, just try to keep up and just let me know. You know what I mean? That I'm booka. So I'm not sounding too crazy. So you can kind of like reel me back a little bit, because I have a tendency to just go. I'll go. And if you want to know anything, fucking ask a question. Anything. This is open format. Yo, bro, why do you do that to that part? What kind of sound is that? How'd you get your snare to sound like that? Why you know, like, that's what I'm here for. That's what these videos are for, is for a community. It's not for me just to blab like blabbermouth and fucking sit here and All right, cool. No, he's cool. He's being cool. I promise. It started off a little rocky, but this motherfucker got his shit together now. All right, cool. That's what I'm saying. Evergreen. Evergreen. Come on with it. That's the sounds. What? There's a couple little transitions and the little parts where this is probably moving into the pre. Oh, let me kick the vocal on so I know. Yep, that's back into the hook. So typically I'll add a little one sweep right after the hook, one sweep into the pre, one sweep into the back into the hook. There you go. Those are 3 transitions that's creating different experiences in the song. It's that easy. 1, 2, 3 sections that have transitions. You see what I'm saying? And then there's like a little air stab in the beginning of the song. And then at the outro, so it makes sense, you know what I mean? But that's it for those the actual song, you know what I mean? What's this flip down?
Long as you got
Oh, let's look at this. Sorry guys. Creating space. Let's take it off.
long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything.
Let's take all these EQs off real fast, and this we're gonna talk about center. You already know I love center.
Long as
So much room is now being occupied that vocal.
long as you got me, girl.
It's like kind of hiding a little bit. That's not this ain't the final mix. I just had the vocal bounce in the production sections to show you guys. But you can already tell right away that taking these frequencies out right here made a world of difference in the appeal of this song. You know what I mean?
Long as you got me.
Why? Here it is, 2K, because to take that out, it was just don't need to be there. Trim it at 10, because anything above 10, that's sibilance, that's expensiveness in a vocal. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're leaving room in your stuff. And check this out. Say you got some hi-hats, you got some rides. So you got some hi-hats and some rides going. That's what this record has. Those are the only 2 high frequencies in the drums. So now if I leave all the high frequencies in the guitars, I leave all the high frequencies in the sweeps and all that stuff, when the vocal goes to occupy that space, it's going to like have a little bit more, it's competing against a hi-hat, it's competing against a guitar, it's competing against a sweep, and you're going to have to go back and trim and make that space, or just let it run, and then it could have been better. But that's like, oh my God, I fucking cannot stand to know something could have been better. You know what I mean? Like, all you have to do is take a little bit of initiative and understand why you're doing what you're doing, instead of just do it like, yeah, fucking this is fun, I'm a producer. You know what I mean? Like, that's, dude, just try to understand why things are done for artists and to create a song. You're not making beats. When you sit down and you cook up, stop being like, I'm going to make some beats. Man, I'm going to write I'm going to make some foundations for some songs that change my life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to talk about. That's what we're trying to teach on this channel, is how to make that foundation of a song, not just a beat. You know what I mean? Like, come on with me. Come on with me. Come on this journey with me. Come on. If you're learning anything, please follow the channel, man. I appreciate it. Go ahead and make sure you follow the Twitch channel. If you're watching on Facebook, you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, like, that little fucking yada-doo-dah. Like, come on, man. Come with it. I'm dropping some gems on here for you guys. This ain't bullshit. I just didn't come out of the fucking my mother's womb thinking I know this shit. I've spent a lot of fucking years with real artists doing the wrong shit, doing the right shit, going through endless different avenues of figuring it out to be able to help share this information with people at hand. And, you know, fucking Twitch is the shit. I love Twitch. God damn, I love this shit. All right. Sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay, so whoa. Oh shit, there's people watching. Shit, my bad. Okay, sit up straight. All right, my bad. Fucking love that song. All right, cool. What are we doing? We're going to the bass. I'm out of control today, dude. That was Tree's idea. He's all, play the Titanic flute song. I'm like, no, don't. I don't want to play the Titanic flute song. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, play the Titanic flute song. Okay, I'll do it. All right, cool. Bass. Bus. Okay, this has been frozen. This has been bounced down. Let me tell you something. So, I probably, like we were showing you yesterday.
Come lay by my side, just you and I.
Oh yeah, this is simple. And I was this mix is conservative. What the fuck I'm doing nowadays. Keep in mind, this shit is blasted nowadays. So if you look at a record like yesterday, like Certain Flavors by Beckham, I'm going crazy with my levels because I'm telling you, there's cheat codes, and it doesn't matter. You just gotta understand, man. Don't listen to some guy in some audio college from fucking 13 years ago. It's like, oh, excuse me, your dB meter has it's reading, appropriate to. How the fuck does it sound to you, bro? It sounds right. Cool. Then let it rock. Because no one fucking cares in the world anymore. If it sounds good, it sounds good. That's the rule, the golden goose rule right there. No one cares how it's done. No one cares what you had to do it that way. They just care if it fucking sounds good or bad. Oh, so one thing I used to do with my 808s a lot is I would start with an initial hit, right? So you can tell there's nothing on the one on this. Why? Because I'm leaving room for the fucking kick. It's just leaving room for the kick, and it's kind of creating a different kind of bounce when the bounce comes on the up instead of the down. So if it's like doo 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 all the time instead of like doo 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 doo, that's on the up. So it's like it has a whole different feeling in the vibe of the record and how the guitar's rolling. It just felt like that bass should come on the up. So that's why you're not seeing the ones on these. It's not necessarily just because there's a kick in the record. It's because that's just creating the different type of bounce in the song. You know what I mean? So, but let me talk to you about something. There's a cool little technique and a trick I've been doing for years on 808s. That's not a mixed thing. It's about using what the world gives you nowadays. So I can play the piano. I can play. I can do stuff. I can play. I can play bass line right now. Blah 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 blah. But it's really fun sometimes to get a start of a bass line of your own. Play some MIDI, get something rocking, get a couple hits, and then grab a few different loops and grab different phrases from those loops and move them around. And then make sure they're in the same fucking key, though. That's a big thing. Make sure the low end's in the same key. So then now you're combining your MIDI with your actual few turnarounds and the couple, maybe it's a slide from one you like that's only in a half bar version at the end of every 4 bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, get creative with how you put together those 808 samples. It doesn't always have to be the doom 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 doom. Like, think about it. Be creative, but see how I'm leaving the space. You can see that there's space in this 808. You know what I mean? But this 808 is created with it's been bounced down from a version of probably a MIDI channel and probably 2 variations of another loop, but not the loop. It's just using the actual little bits of a loop placed where I want it with my MIDI. And then it creates a whole different type of experience. You know what I mean? It's original. It's you doing your thing. And it's really fun to experiment like that. So let's take a look what's going on. On your 808s, always trim the low. Always trim. Let me tell you something. It is 100% pointless to have anything like 30 hertz and below on your record. You don't need it. You don't need it. You're creating rumble. You're fucking the radio compressor up. If it's played on a club, it just sounds a little disgusting. There's no reason to have anything in your record that's below fucking like 25 hertz, fucking 28 hertz, 30 hertz. Really understand that you can cut that shit out. You know what I mean? I did this record fucking 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Give me a break. But that's real shit. It's how you do it. It's the way to go. You can really trim that space out in your sub, and it will actually feel like it's knocking harder. Don't go so high, like 35, 40. You'll see you're starting to lose some certain things. If you're listening with a sub or you're listening in a rig in a studio, you'll find that sweet spot down there around 30 hertz to do your cut, and you'll get addicted to cutting your low end down there. And you'll be like, damn, okay, yeah, I get it. And check this out. You always don't have to use a cut like a pass. Sometimes you guys can use a shelf. A shelf on the low end instead of a cut down there around 30 sometimes can be way more effective on keeping the character in the record and not losing any of the energy why you liked it being overdriven in the way. And Chris, I ain't afraid to slam a 808, to slam the drums. We got a record together where we went crazy. Remember that? We're like, no more, slam hard as fuck till that shit is almost destroyed. You know what I mean? But because when we were going in there, we were already knowing that we were making a record for Beckham, bro. Like, we already had that in mind. We weren't like, oh, is this going to work? Are we allowed to? Let's make this beat as disgusting as we can. No, dude. We were intentionally creating an atmosphere for him to do that record on. You know what I mean? Like, that record is a fucking smash, bro. That shit is so overdriven. It has so much distortion on the 808s and the drums, and everything is just fucking disgusting. But then when you play it back and you hear after we recorded Beckham on it, bro, yeah, you already know, dirty, bro. Dirty as fuck, dude. That shit is dirty as fuck. That shit was fun too. Bro, I had so much fun when you came down here and we were working together, bro. Straight up, like, I at this point in my life, we could work with anybody, you know what I mean? Like, but you don't want to work with every single producer an artist puts you with. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, but not every human is going to gel together. We can all make something incredible together for sure, no doubt, anybody. But you're going to resonate with other producers and other creatives better, you know what I mean, than other people sometimes, and it just allows you to freely access a whole new chamber of ideas and concepts together than it is when you're almost being like just put together to collab with somebody. You know what I mean? Like we've been making beats for years, bro. You know, I've been making beats since I was like 14. I'm fucking 34. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like the people have been making them longer than me, less than me. It doesn't matter, but it's about the chemistry that you find when you do collab. Like that's why we were able to do those joints we did for Beckham like that, and we just met each other. You know what I mean? It wasn't like of course, if you want to be an industry producer, you better be ready to work with everybody and anybody, and you can. But that doesn't mean that you're going to have chemistry with everybody. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean every time you go in with producers you don't know, you're going to get fucking fire just because you're fire and they're fire. You know what I mean? That's not how it works, period. So people got to understand that, too, when you're collabing. Like sometimes, just like styles make fights, styles make records. You know what I mean? When you put different creatives together, too. So you just got to keep that in mind. So that's pretty much this record, you guys. I hope... we went through a lot of stuff, dude. Man, dude, you gotta get back down here. This COVID shit's fucked up, bro. This COVID shit is fucked up, man. That's why honestly, Chris, no bullshit, bro. I've been in the game for years, dude, and I never put myself online or the internet. I never like shared my work like that. I wasn't like airing it out. I wasn't trying to like. It was all about being secluded. It was literally like it was almost. When I was coming up, it was like the cool thing to do to hide yourself almost and just to like do the work and shut the fuck up and don't let anybody know. But COVID has brought us all together in the world and opened up a whole new industry for us as producers, bro. All you guys got to get on this shit, bro. Like, Chris, you make incredible beats. Motherfuckers want to watch you cook up. I promise they do, dude. You don't even know. You know what I mean? You got to get on here and be doing this stuff, man. So you can share your knowledge with people. I know, dude, I've been making music forever, and watching you work was so inspired to me that I'm like, fuck, yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at in my life now, in my career, is I need to be inspired to jump up and create. I create all day anyway. I practice constantly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just like, well, I only do this on a Wednesday when the stars align. No, motherfuckers, I work. You better be working. You better be cooking. You better be making beats. You better be writing songs. You better be fucking sharpening your tools as much as you can, so when it comes time to being ready, you're ready. You're ready. You're ready. You're always ready. But sometimes people will come across your path, bro, and they'll bring a whole new sense of inspiration, and you'll be able to get crazy songs, crazy beats, crazy records out of that relationship. You know what I mean? Oh, man, you're the shit, though. Hey, man, we're all teaching, we're all learning at the same time, bro. That's what's beautiful about where we are at this in this industry and what we're doing. You could be making beats for 35 years and learn something new. You could literally have been making beats for 8 months and show somebody something they've never been exposed to in their entire career that will change their entire workflow. So all that shit, it doesn't matter how long, it doesn't matter how it was made anymore. It just matters, is that shit banging? Does that shit work for a song? Is that going to appeal to an artist? You know what I mean? I want you guys to all go through your own music and be honest with yourselves too, and be like, is this a dope ass beat or is this a real song? You know what I mean? Those dope ass beats are cool. Throw those in a folder, but then grab those beats that you know are a song and start stacking those and make that your goal, is to have a big catalog of records that don't need to be the craziest beats in the world, but you know in your heart that you could be in the room with anybody from a big R&B artist to a big pop artist to a big trap artist, and you have stuff to grab from that you know they're going to take. Well, let me tell you guys something. We've all been through it. I've been in rooms in the past where I thought I was ready and I wasn't ready, and I play beats and you get that look. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to ever get that look, man. And hopefully people like myself who have been in the game, who can share their experience, can help you avoid those things, because we went through that shit. We had to go through it. You know what I mean? Like, I had to sit in the room with artists for years and years before I could even speak up about my ideas and concepts. I had to earn that shit. But we're able to fast forward past all that shit now and really just share and share and share and make it about whatever we want to make it about in our music. But it's got to be able to be accessible to an artist. You know what I mean? Like, it can't just be this crazy beat. You know what I mean? So I ramble a lot on this particular program because that's the point, is talking about making music for artists. You know what I mean? And let me talk about this guy real quick, YourXLover. He was 19 when we did this record. This wasn't a giant artist. I talked about this in the beginning. This was just a dude coming through the studios who was dope, and I happened to like his energy. You know what I mean? He had a long way to go as an artist. He still does. But the kid is an incredible songwriter. He's an incredible musician, and he has something inside of him as an artist that he hasn't fully unlocked yet, and that's what I see in him, even to this day. I mean, I made this record 2 years ago, and he's on his journey doing all kinds of different stuff, but I still see something special in that guy, and I was like, man, if I had like a year or two with that dude, I could really like get some records with that guy that would really be like youthful. It would fit the market. It would be banging. This dude is crazy. YourXLover, man. Go check him out. He's got the 2 records that I did for him that are out are called Beach Moon, and they're called Far Away. Now, he has a lot of other stuff where he's going left field and going crazy for sure, but I always tried to pull him in this type of direction. If you listen to the stuff that I did for him, and then you listen to the other stuff that he's done, there's a world that I hear inside of him that I feel like he hasn't fully unlocked, that I'm not forcing him to go that direction. I just try to steer him in that direction. You know what I mean? So that's your job as a producer too, is to really see things that people don't see and understand, and be fucking 2-3 years ahead of everybody else, believing in somebody and pouring everything you can do into somebody because you believe in the songs that you can create with these particular types of artists. You know what I mean? Like, if you're at a point in your career right now where you want to figure out how to understand an artist better, I would suggest you find 1-2 people, right? Don't worry about making as many placements as you can in a year, and literally make as many songs as you can in a year with those artists that are accessible to you. And at the end of that journey, you'll be in a completely different place than you were when you started. You know what I mean? Like, you'll understand why songs are picked and why they're not. And it won't be like how we talked in the beginning of this podcast too, that like a podcast, I fucking said a podcast because I'm talking so much. I'm looking at my screen right here because I don't see anything. That's why it feels like a podcast to me. It's all new. It's all new. Hold on.
Oh my God. Stop.
Damn, I gotta get my sound effects labeled. I was looking for... Yeah, there you go. I was looking for that one. Oh, hell no! Yeah, it's not a podcast. It's a fucking live stream, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Dude. Yeah, bro. 3-year writer's block. Damn, I feel that. Oh, shit. Who's been having a writer's block? Oh, bro, Les. Dude, you're an incredible producer, bro. I just think, honestly, I don't think you ever have a lack of ideas. I just think it's about inspiration, bro. I think all of us don't have any type of lack of inspiration in our lives. I don't think any of us have a lack of concepts and ideas and execution. I just think sometimes we run into times where we're not as inspired, and we need to switch up our surroundings, our studio, get new people in our life, try different things that really bring new flow into what you're doing. Like, it's so important to constantly be moving as a producer and a creator and a songwriter and an engineer. You can't ever be stale. You can't be where what was working for you years ago. You should be evolving that same technique to create your world as a producer. You know what I mean? Like, if you find... Dude, the things that inspire me, you guys, are so not musical. It's crazy. Like, I'm very inspired by music. Don't get me wrong. But if I find myself not wanting to work, I got to go for a walk. I got to get in nature. I got to do certain things that switch it up. I got to see different music. I got to, like, listen to a different artist. I got to tap back into a whole different type of creating. I got to paint pictures for a while. You know what I mean? I got to do different stuff than just make a beat. But then at the end of that day, I'll always have that inspiration to use, because inspiration is used. Like, one thing I used to do, here's something crazy. I'm gonna talk to you guys for a second, actually, since we broke the record down. I'm gonna play the record. Let me switch over. You can see my OBS real fast. Yo! I'm gonna give you guys a little weird ass secret right now. I don't think I've ever told anybody this except for like in my personal life. You know what I mean? So I used to work with a lot of crazy ass artists, big ass cats. So I would be sometimes I would be like, man, am I really ready for this? Am I able to deliver a sonic quality for this? So the demand is crazy when you start working for big rappers and big people. Like I'm telling you, as an engineer, you can kind of, whoa, shit, things are moving so fast. So to calm myself and to deliver a different energy, this is going to sound so cheesy. I used to go walk around and literally I'd wake up, depending on what time I went to bed. I probably went to bed at like 4 or 5 a.m. I'd wake up around 7 or 8 o'clock, no bullshit, go straight to Hollywood Lake, take a long walk, meditate, touch as many flowers and as many plants as I could with my hands while I was walking around. And I would sit on this bench, meditate, go eat at this place called Greenleafs, which is a vegan restaurant in Los Feliz. And then I would go straight to Brunsdale Park, which is like the local side of Griffith Park. And they have this big stream, and I would go up this big stream, and I would greet all these people like, hey, how are you doing? And I would touch all these plants the whole time. But I wouldn't really like let it out what I was building until I got to the studio that night. And I'm not joking, you guys. I did this for fucking probably like 2 years straight, almost every single day. I would work almost 7 days a week, like 2 8-hour sessions a day forever, dude. And this is what I did to counteract my lack of sleep, is I would make sure that I was always carrying a huge ball of light inside of my heart. So when I went into a room with a gangster rapper or this person or these dope boys or whatever, I had something that lit that room up that could cut through, and I could deliver inspiration to these artists and remind them that it was about there to be creative and to make a song and not just be, yeah, we're in the studio and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that saved my life, bro. That really added something where I was missing a lot of techniques and a lot of experience at that time in my life, where I was being thrown into the Shark Tank of the music business. And I was like, man, how can I counteract my lack of experience and bring something different to the room? And through that, like, I would find like everything would just be happening easy. Like I would work, I'm not going to name drop, but I would be with like literally the biggest motherfuckers you could think of in the whole day before the session. That people are like, yo, you know, that person's so difficult and they're crazy and they're going to yell at you and they're going to do all this shit. And they're going to, dude, everywhere they go around the country, they got bad vibes and blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, yo, but they never did anything bad to me. So I wouldn't let it bother me. And I would make sure when I went into that room, I was armed. What was I armed with? I was armed with inspiration. So that inspiration would, dude, I'm telling you, even if you want to sit in your fucking backyard and stare at the grass for 8 hours before you go into an 8-hour session that you think is going to be hard, you're going to bring some of that in with you. If you're arguing with your girlfriend before you go into a session, you're going to bring some of that with you. If you're fucking watching videos on positive things and how to overcome anxiety, you're going to bring those skills with you into that day. You know what I mean? So I would make sure that I was consciously collecting these certain things that inspired the fuck out of me every single day, to where no matter what I faced as a producer and an engineer that day, because you would face some crazy shit on a day-to-day basis in the trenches of Los Angeles, bro. If you're doing your job right, you're going to be busy as fuck, and you're going to be working with people that you may like, you may not like, they may be difficult, they may be not difficult. So that was my ammo, and my gun was my conduit. You know what I mean? My ammo was like love and inspiration for what I did. And it just cut through every fucking thing, dude. So that would be my main thing. And it's just like, as long as you're collecting that stuff, you can apply it to anything. That's just what I applied it to. So this is still applicable to what we're talking about, is like writer's block and all those types of things. But I don't mean to just be rambling, but yeah, that's what I did, man. Oh, dude, I'm so appreciative of that, dude. See, if I could even be a little bit of inspiration for anybody, that's inspiring to me. Then that fills me right back up, bro. We're recycling inspiration at this point, bro. Come on, man. That's why I love having people around me so much as a creator, is because I like my alone time, don't get me wrong, but I like to have a large group sometimes create around me, because I can pull from their inspiration. It's going to allow me as a creator to create something different, you know what I mean, for an artist, than just being isolated. And someone's like, make something dope. You're like, fuck, shit. Like, all right, okay, well, what did I do today? What can I pull from? Let's have a conversation. Where you at? What's going on? Those are dope shoes. I like that. Let's figure it out. Where's it at? You know, if you have a room full of really positive, creative people that you have chemistry with, you have options, because it's circling the room. It's like the Holy Spirit delivers songs and ideas and concepts. So if you getting a bunch of people that are creating chemistry, you're just going to have endless options to pull from. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? So oh my God, I'm just rambling and tangenting right now. Are you guys picking up any jewels, any gems from this one? I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get it wrapped up now. I went on a little side note. We're going a little longer than we normally go. Actually, hour and a half has been the new thing. So 1:30 is pretty cool. 1 hour and a half is pretty dope. I like this painting. Every day I'm going to try to change the paintings, too. This is a cool one. Free idea. I'm giving ideas, you guys. Actually, that kind of works for this podcast. Holy shit, I didn't even fucking podcast.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
No. It's not a podcast. It's a fucking live stream. Okay. Get it right. Man, dude, you guys, I'm so grateful for you tuning in today. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over. We're gonna play the song one more time, and then yeah, you guys, that's a loud sound clip. Oh, my bad. Let me turn it down. Thank you. I've been needing that. Tell me my sound effects are too loud.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Is that better, Les? Was that a little better? StreamPod. Livecast. StreamPod. Yeah, StreamPod. I love it. Livecast. StreamPod. Shut the fuck up, Tree. We made it this long. You've been doing good, bro. Don't fuck with me now. All right, sorry. We're ending the show. I don't know if Tree's going to make it back. You know what? Let me know if you guys want Tree back tomorrow, but I don't know, man. Tree's cool. Hey, dude, Tree, he's the co-host. We had a big old emotional blowout in the beginning of the show today, and he's been fucking being cool. And right at the end, he wants to start talking shit. This fucking guy, dude, googly-eyed evergreen. I don't give a fuck, bro. You better chill the fuck out. Christmas tree Montgomery. Jesus. It's like Tally, but it is a tree. You know what? If this tree doesn't fucking shut up, I'm about to wrap him in a towel and fucking plant him in the backyard. See what happens then. Fucking grow a towel tree. Yeah, we're out of here. On that, hold on. Fucking towel tree. Come on, bro. All right, keep Tree. All right, Tree's gonna make it back. Tree, you made it. You made it past round 1 in the gauntlet. We'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna make this shit like MTV. We're gonna give out fucked up prizes. Like, you just won a USB. You won a 2 gigabyte USB and a extra Xbox controller. That's how MTV used to do it on the challenge. You guys remember Real World Road Worlds, and then they did the challenge? Dude, the challenge was like the best fucking show ever. They would put them through like the craziest motherfucking shit you could ever put a human being through and be like, all right, well, you want a pocket flashlight. Cool. And this RC car. You're like, what the fuck? And then the next week, that dude would like have to solve a puzzle. And they're like, you won 50 grand in a car. I'm like, this motherfucker got given a USB. And then next week, this guy got a car. Somebody at MTV got to get this shit dialed in, man. This shit is not, that is not a good... I would be pissed the fuck off if I won the USB and Xbox controller, man. Give me a break. Come on, MTV. All right. I'm sorry. Maybe I should just do the just chatting streamcasts, too. Holy fuck. I just sit here and ramble. Jones, Jackson Jr., Senior, 3rd Esquire. Come on with it now. All right. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you learned anything from this fucking streamcast live pod, then go ahead and follow the channel. It's 100 Million did that on Twitch. And go ahead and keep doing these Monday through Friday, 6:30, 7 o'clock. We'll be on here dropping all kinds of different gyms, breaking records open, doing different stuff. We're going to start doing cook-ups. I'm going to do Pro Tools mixes for you. We're just going to kind of give you a better understanding of why records get picked by artists and why other records get skipped. It's not about making a dope beat. It's not about all that. It is, believe me, Sonics, all that shit matters. But we're going to crack open the codes to why artists really respond to certain types of beats. And it's about keeping it simple. So keeping it simple is not as simple as it sounds. So with that, I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in every fucking Monday through Friday. Eventually, Joe's going to help me figure this shit out. I'm going to get on here and play some motherfucking Call of Duty with some motherfuckers too on this Twitch. I don't give a fuck. Fucking throw some frag grenades and some fucking, yeah, me and Tree, bro. Come on. My gamer link is 100MILLION. Come on. 100MILLION on Xbox. Come fuck with me. All right. I'm just fucking with you guys. All right. Let's switch over right now. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Appreciate you guys. And I hope you enjoy this record. And thank you so much for tuning in. Boom shakalaka.
Come, lay by my side, just you and I. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. You do things to me that no one else can seem to do. Let's take a drive, baby girl, let's take the scenic route. We lay in the middle of nowhere, look up at the stars. Your head laying right on my shoulder and you hear my heart. We could redline a coupe, push a whip through the hills, cruise to Malibu, say fuck it, just chill. But I need you, kiss me like you miss me, baby. And I know, I love it gets so crazy. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. So come, lay by my side, just you and I. Just you and I say come, lay by my side. Just you and I, till the day we die. Remember when your pop said I don't like that boy? Then we both say fuck him and we covered your wall in Polaroids with a cliche box cut, hot stuff, high school lovers. It's easy, I love your love. I'm undercovers, no sheets in the summer. It's not fair how you look at me with those eyes. Who cares what the people think? Live our lives. When we walk by, they roll their eyes and they get mad, but we'll just smile. Long as I got you, girl, I don't need a thing. Thoughts of a ring. Long as you got me, girl, you don't need to think. I'll take care of everything. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I say come, lay by my side, just you and I, till the day we die. Say come, lay by my side, just you and I, just you and I.